Watch collecting is a thrilling and enjoyable hobby, but it can get very expensive if you're not careful.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
So here are 13 habits you should probably avoid.
13? What? Not even.
Why not 10?
Quite right. 13!
You don't need to buy every watch you like. In fact, you really shouldn't. There are so many beautiful, amazing watches on the market that it isn't even possible, unless you're some sort of billionaire. There are many ways to experience watches without buying them. Only buy what you really love. Social media has made watch collecting more accessible than ever, and it is an excellent tool for enthusiasts to connect with others that share the same passion. But there are also many downsides, and one of them is hype watches. Getting caught up in hype can lead to buyer's remorse. Never buy a watch solely because other people think it's cool. Buy it on its own merits and according to your own standards. This is never a good idea.
You see this watch? That watch costs more than your car.
Buy what you like. Buying watches you don't truly, really want because they are cheap or a good deal isn't saving you money, it's costing you money. It's better to save your money and spend more on a watch that you desperately want than to spend money on watches you aren't in love with. Sometimes the best price isn't the best deal. It's better to pay a bit more and buy from a reputable dealer, or spend extra for a watch in better condition than take chances for the sake of a few quid. It's possible to get real bargains, but often if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Sometimes you have no choice but to pay full retail, but most watches are overpriced. From Timex to Rolex, there is a big profit margin built in. So don't pay full retail if you can help it. Negotiate a discount, wait for sales, or buy used to save a chunk of change. Compromise isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes something you desire is so far out of reach that compromise is the only option. But when a watch is within your grasp, if you're patient or save hard, it's definitely worth waiting for, rather than buying an alternative that doesn't scratch the itch. I never really used Instagram until I got into watches. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing all of the beautiful watches I never even knew existed. But I've also bought watches on a whim after seeing them on social media. Social media isn't real life and it can be misleading. Just because a watch looks great on Instagram, it doesn't mean it will look good on your wrist. The foundation of the modern economy is debt, and more debt. It has never been easier to borrow money and live beyond your means. Just because you can, it doesn't mean you should. Stick to what you are comfortable with spending and never put yourself into financial hardship over a watch. I need a dive watch. I need a dress watch. I need a field watch. I need a GMT. Actually, no you don't. You should buy watches that you know you will wear and enjoy. If that is solely divers or solely dress watches, or whatever style of watch you prefer, then so be it. Every collection needs a Rolex. Every collection needs a Speedmaster. Actually, no it doesn't. Again, buy what you like, not what other people like or other people tell you you should like. Buyer's remorse and seller's remorse are real. If you're buying, be patient and try to get a good deal. If you're selling, be sure you really want to sell and be prepared to wait if you want top dollar. Don't make any hasty decisions. The specifications of a watch are important factors to consider, but they are not the be all and end all. The truth is most of us base our choices on looks. We don't need a screw down crown or need oodles of water resistance if we're wearing our watch to the pub or to the office. Paying extra for features you don't need or won't use probably isn't worth it. And remember, don't overthink it. It's a hobby, it's supposed to be fun. Don't get bogged down, just enjoy the journey. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing if you want to see more independent and unsponsored watch content. That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.